Alright guys, welcome back to another day with Two Eagles Garage. We're going to work on the old 72 a little bit here today. I've been working to get it ready to be roadworthy. It's got insurance on it and it'll have tag on it in a few weeks. So I'd like to try to drive it around a little bit, but I still have a few things to sort out. I still have to sort out the fuel system. I've got a temporary jug rigged up to it for now. I still have to sort out this wheel bearing, and then we should be ready to put it on the road. I had it up a few weeks ago whenever I did the starter on it. You guys, I think I videoed that for you guys, because I had to lift this side of it to put a starter on it. Well, I leaned up against this tire and it appears that we may have a little bit of an issue over here. So we're going to pull this wheel off. I think it's the wheel bearing. Before I parked this truck, I did wheel bearings, kingpins, almost a whole new front end, all bushings, everything. It was all brand new. That was about a year and a half, 2 years before I parked it. So we're gonna pull this wheel off real quick and we're gonna see what's going on. Hopefully my air compressor has enough air to do this. I've got a massive leak in it. My point set on my air compressor is leaking. I've already loosened them, so hopefully we'll have enough to get it off. Not to mention my little air impact is gutless. Nice battery powered one would be nice, but that's too expensive. And I don't have a large compressor either, guys, so just have to work with what I got. And I think it just ran out of air compressor. Yep. Alright, let me flip this compressor back on and get that last lug nut off, guys. Hope you guys have been enjoying my videos. I do apologize for it taking so long. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. But we're going to get this sorted out and figure out what's going on. I think it's just something to do with the wheel bearings. I don't know why. It had a pin in it. It shouldn't have backed off. So I don't know what would have caused it. But we're going to see. Alright, that was all of them. Let me go cut this off so you guys can hear me better. Unfortunately, it won't build the pressure up to cut itself off anymore because the leak's so bad. I found a set of points for it on Amazon. They're like 20 bucks. So that's not bad. I'll get those ordered when I get a chance. I just hope I don't have to beat this drum to get it off. And these aren't the factory wheels for this truck, guys. I bought these from a guy in Winder years ago. I kind of like them. He had little washers put in them for some reason. And I know some of these wheels are supposed to have those, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those. Alright, guys. Let me get in position here. Oh. This is the way I like to do it. I like to sit on my wheel. Gives me a little bit of room to work. Alright, let's pop this cap off here and see if that's what's causing it. I'll bring you guys in closer here in just a second. I know it's kind of bright out here. Alright, well, the pin didn't come out. That's a plus. Let's get you guys over here a little closer. Alright, so the pin is still in it. See? I think it's just that bearing. So we'll investigate a little further. Let me get you guys set up where you can get a little better view. Hope my leg's not in the way right there. Yep, I set you right by my leg, didn't I? Oh, alright, that right there should be a good view. It's so bright out here, really can't see the camera. Alright, there we go. You guys are good. Alright. Yet another use for the multi-tool. Hopefully this pin won't be too hard to come out. Like I said, guys, all this was new. When I parked it, I just broke that cotter pin. Luckily I may, ooh. I don't know if I have another one or not. I hope so. If not, I'll find one. I'll run down to AutoZone. Guys, remember, go check out AutoZone's deals. They usually have some good deals when it comes to the weather changing and stuff like that on antifreeze and stuff like that. And AutoZone is usually got some good deals on right now because of the weather change. And AutoZone has been sponsoring us for some of our shop supplies. So guys, if you have any needs or anything, go check out AutoZone. They're good people. I like them. I've never gotten a bad part from them. A couple of bad starters, but that's not AutoZone's fault. That's the manufacturer's fault, so we can't blame them. Oh, that don't feel good. Alright, let me get a socket on that. I don't remember what size it was. Let's see here. What about a 15/16? Everything on a Ford seems to be 15/16. Nope. A little bigger. If not, I'll have to go get the channel locks. Oh, come on, really? I don't think I have a bigger one in here. I do not. It's only supposed to be finger tight. There we go. Must have just had some dirt in it. And these are all drums. They're all built together. Guys, I know this multi-tool ain't good for this. Just got some stiff spots in it. Guys, when you do this, you want to make sure you have somewhere to lay your bolts and stuff out so you don't get dirt on them. I've got the lid of my little socket tray here I can lay them on. And that'll work decent for now. I just don't want to have to leave you guys and get up and go get another tool. I thought I had everything I needed. You guys have to excuse my sniffling. I'm just now getting over being sick. Looks like I may have to go get a bigger set of pliers. Let's see, tapping it, maybe free it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, this is funky. I may have to go over this with something to clean these threads out. Some sort of wire brush. Yep, let me go grab a pair of pliers, guys. A proper pair. And I'll be right back. You guys sit here and just take you in the view. I'll get you guys a shot of the front of the shop here in a minute. We've done some upgrades to the front of the shop, did some decorating. I think we got it looking pretty cool. Me and my daughter decorated it. I think she did a good job helping me. Sorry that she hadn't been in most of these videos lately, guys. She's started her first year of school. She's in kindergarten now. And she loves every minute of it. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get her out here in a video helping me out. Lucky channel blocks. These are West Coast Shoppers, Jesse James. Got these in a Christmas set one year. I actually like them. I had the whole set. I think I'm missing one pair out of it. And I think they got stole was all that was. Probably need to go grab a wire brush and look at that real good. Threads look good, so I don't think that's an issue. Get this washer out. You always have a locking cap, a nut, a washer, and a pin in these. And you do want to be careful because this front bearing will fall out and hit the dirt. So you want to be careful with that. I'm going to have to take a knife or something and dig this thing out. You want to try to keep this as clean as possible, because any kind of little dirt gets in here and it'll eat your bearings up. I don't do this kind of stuff very often, because truth be told, I don't care for doing it. Just because a lot of times you have to have some serious force to do a lot of these bearing races and stuff like that. There is a bit of grit right there on that groove. I think we might wind up having to put another set of bearings in this, guys. I got some brake parts cleaner in the shop. I'll clean all these up with before I put them back in. Alright, let's pull this bearing out and get an eyeball on it. The bearing looks good. It's a little worn. All the rollers are still there though. Think you guys can see that. It's all still intact. I don't see any metal shavings in it. Doesn't look worn bad. Don't look like it's got any moisture in it. And of course I didn't bring a grease rag out here. So I'm just wiping my fingers on the dirt. Let's see if this is gonna come off without a fight. I don't know about that. See, it's gotta be something causing that. I think it was just not tight enough, guys, because it's seated all the way. I think that front bearing was just not tight enough. Alright, so maybe we can tighten it up a little bit. And we'll check the other side while we're at it, because it's seated all the way back. I want to make sure that seal didn't come off. It don't feel like it. And it wasn't far enough out to damage that seal. So we're going to tighten this up and see how it goes. Guys, once again, you do have to excuse the sniffling. I'm still recovering, unfortunately. Alright, let's put this back on and see how it does. Not going to repack them. They've got plenty of grease in them, so they're good. I just don't know. I think what I done was didn't do them quite tight enough. You're supposed to do them finger tight, but I think I just didn't have quite enough tightness on them. So we're going to tighten it down a little more and see what happens. See if it's still loose. If it is, then I'll know that there's something funny going on. Probably wind up having to go get a grease rag here in a second. I'm a bit unprepared. You guys understand that though. Hope you guys have had a good month. I know the month is just beginning. It's getting Halloween time. And I have good plans for this truck, guys. I want to put this truck back on the road. I want to be able to enjoy it. I'm not going to restore it. I guess we could call it a, as Dylan McCool would say, a restoration. Because I just want to get it back on the road and drive it. This truck has been here for me when I didn't have anybody else. So I just want to be able to enjoy it and drive it. Let's see if that hits. Oh, that seems to have tightened it up a lot. Let's see how it does. Got a little bit of brake pad scrubbage going on. Doesn't seem to be moving anymore though. Maybe a tad, so we'll give it a tad tighter. Then we'll put it back together. Because I think what I done was I backed off of it after I tightened it, and I think that might have caused it. like I said, guys, I'm not a professional at this. I wasn't trained by anybody to do this. I learned on my own. So if there's any tips you guys might know, that's fine. I don't know if there's a preload for these bearings. I'm just doing it by what I know, the basics. You know, I mean, yeah, there should be some specs or whatever. I think what you're supposed to do is, some of them call for them to be finger tight. Some of them call for them to go a quarter turn past finger tight and then back it off just a little bit. My rodeo, I just tightened it down as good as I could because it had a funny little nut on it. It wasn't a nut like this. It was like a washer, and it had a bunch of holes in it. You had to have a special tool, and I didn't have it, so I just took a screwdriver and took a hammer and tightened it. I think I did a video on that one for you guys back in the early days of the channel, and you should be able to view it on my channel if you want to catch up on that. I actually ordered those parts off Amazon. So we're going to get it just a little tighter and see if that helps. What you want to be able to spin freely. See how that wheel still spins freely? That tells me that there's no binding up. And it's still a little loose. I would love to get a peek at those back bearings, but I really don't want to tear it apart. I don't feel like beating on this drum all day. Because I know one of these sides, I had to put a junkyard spindle kit on it because the first one had gotten messed up somehow. I think the threads on the grease caps had gotten messed up or something, and you couldn't replace those. Yeah, see, there's still a tiny bit of play. We may put some new bearings in it before long. I just want to be able to drive it a little bit right now. I want to see her going down the road again, guys. See, it still spins freely. I can feel by the backing plate that it's all in where it should be. So I know that that's not an issue with it. And it probably needs all new brake hardware and stuff like that, guys, but it stops and it goes, so I'm fine with that. I do have a brake leak somewhere, brake fluid leak. I don't know where it's from or why. I think it's the proportioning block. I know it's not called a proportioning block on this model because it's got four-wheel drums, but there's a block over there on the frame that's got the brake light switch in it, and it is damn near impossible to get to. The exhaust would have to come out, transmission would have to come out if I couldn't get to it from there, but it's just tucked into a tight spot where it's really hard to get to, and I really don't want to mess with it because brake lines and brakes on this truck are a pain in the neck. It took me 2 months one time to get these brakes straightened out after I fixed them because I never could get them to bleed right. Something in the system was weird, causing it not to bleed right. I never could get the pedal back right. And then after it sat for a while, the pedal was fine. So, I don't know. We're going to find out though. See, it still spins freely. No effort to spin it. I can spin it like this right here and it spins. Let's see if we still got any play in it. It's still got a tiny bit of play in it. But not much. Not nowhere near what it had. So, I don't know what would have caused that, guys. I don't know if it may be missing a piece. I put everything back in like it was. So I think we're gonna take and put it back together. I gotta find a pin to go back in it. I don't want to go much tighter than what I already did. I may put the channel locks on it and tighten it a little more, but I don't want to go much tighter because if you get it too tight, it'll burn these bearings up and they'll be done. I don't want to do that. So as long as it's not wobbling like it was, it's not hard to spin, I think we'll be okay. And then we'll move over and check the other side. This old truck seems to run pretty good though. I don't seem to have too many issues out of it. I still need to adjust the carburetor a little bit. And guys, if you're enjoying my channel, please stay to the end of the videos. Like and subscribe. I'll have more on this truck. I'll have more on my little Mustang. We just got a new radiator and a new fan motor for the Mustang. So if you guys would like to stop and see some of that, I'd love to have you guys with me. always fun to have new people in the shop and new viewers and stuff like that. Always fun to have you guys around. I'm gonna back you guys up right here, and I hope you can still see. No falling over or running away on me. I'm gonna poke my big head in here, hopefully without getting stoned or bitten by a spider. I want to see what these kingpins look like. And I know there should be a jack stand under here, guys, but I'm not that worried about it. If it falls, it's gonna fall. Yeah, I'm not seeing much more play in these bearings anymore. We'll give it a few miles and we'll check it again. All new kingpin bearings, all new kingpins, kingpin bushings, all that was all redone. New shocks. So this truck had a pretty much new front end put up under it whenever I rebuilt it a few years ago. Let me go, I'm gonna pause you guys and see if I can go find a... Alright guys, unfortunately I was not able to find a cotter pin. I hope you guys are still in view right there. Let me see. I'm still working with my cell phone, so you guys have to be patient with me. Yeah, you guys are good. I couldn't find a pin for it. I know I have some, I just don't know what happened to them. So right now I'm just gonna stick it back together with this old pin. It's still got one leg left on it, and I'll remember to put a new one on it before I drive it, because it's not gonna be driven yet. I still have to figure out what's going on with the fuel system. I'm hoping I can reuse the tank. I don't want to have to replace the tank, but if it comes down to it and I have to, I will. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm gonna get you guys a video of it being drained out too, so you can see. And I think I know what happened with this. No, it wouldn't have loosened like that. And this little lock piece has several different notches in it you can put a pin in. So all you got to do is find the one that matches up. I think what I done was I backed it off to line the pin up, and I think I might have just backed it off too much. So I think that was the only issue. So I'll have to go and pick up me some more of these pins. Like I said, I had a bunch of them. I just don't know what the heck happened to them. I had one I know of the other day and had to use it on my neighbor's vehicle I was working on. Isn't that always fun? Use the last little piece you have on somebody else's stuff. That's alright though, I don't mind. It was a paying job, so I should have videoed it for you guys. It's a, I think you said a 79 F150. Can't remember the exact year, but it's a nice little truck. It's a dent side, where mine's a bump side. I call them bump sides and dent sides. That's what I call them. Let's hope this one don't break. Alright, that'll hold till I can get a new one. Like I said, guys, still free spinning. Grease cap looks good. It's dented all the heck, but it looks good. I tried to put new ones in it and they wouldn't fit right. They always kept coming out. So I wound up putting the old ones back in. And they still are holding up good. Alright, guys, let's throw this wheel back on and see what happens. Clean my knife off real quick. And then if it works, we'll throw it on throw the jack under the other side and see how the other side looks. And guys, if you're working on grass like I do and don't have a concrete floor or concrete pad or anything to work on, go to Home Depot, get you about a ½ inch sheet of plywood. It needs to be pressure treated. Get a sheet of pressure treated plywood. I've had this sheet of plywood. It was pressure treated. We got it for 75% off because it was bowed real bad. I've had it for 10 years. It's been used on multiple mechanic jobs. I've had it laid out in my yard. It's never been stored inside. It's always been out in the yard for 10 years. And it's just now showing signs of rot. But it still holds the jack up. Oh, and my body's not built for this. I'm too short for this. Come on, man. My big head gets in the way too. All right, let's see here. Come on now. Quit fighting with me. And guys, yes, I struggle with this sometimes. That's all right. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm getting stronger every day. Come on, really? All right, guys. I'll bring you back once I get this put on. We'll move to the other side. No need to watch me struggle. All right, guys. Looks like that repaired that. No more loose wheel bearing. Wheel spins good. Let's go over and check out the other side. We'll check it out again in a few days. Let's get this jug out of the way over here. Alright guys, we've moved over to the driver's side now. I've already got it lifted up. Let's see what happens. Now that one's still tight and good. There ain't no play in that one. Not at all. Alright, so we're good now. Fix the fuel system and she'll be ready to put back on the road, guys. Let's set her on down. I don't have a battery in her at the moment, or I'd let you hear it fire up. See my plywood? Works good. Works good when you have a creeper too in your own grass. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Just a little short Monday morning video for you. If you would like, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers and as many likes as possible, guys. Keep up with my videos and my content. We'll be working on the old blue bell here in a future video, probably some this week. We got some new radiator, new fan motor for it, and you guys stay tuned and see what all we get into. Who knows? Never know what we're gonna get into around here. And if you guys are outside a whole lot, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching, I want to show you guys what I have to deal with in my area. And I'm sure it's in your area as well. See this little creepy guy right here? And his big creepy partner climbing right here? I have about 100 of these around my house. And I've about had enough of these guys. So I may show you a video of how I exterminate these little guys in the future. Because they are building nests on everything. But anyways, all right guys, y'all have a good week. I'll see you on the next one, and thank you for your support. Thank you for watching.